Hey guys, my name is Gabby, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing a video specifically talking about my reading journals, and there's going to be a giveaway. So, Clever Fox Planner has partnered with me to do a giveaway with you guys, and they are going to be giving away one of these Clever Fox Planners to one of you guys. And so I will put all the information in the description that you need to know in order to win one of these. Let me tell you some of the rules in order to win one. Rules for the giveaway are: number one, you have to be living in the United States due to shipping issues. Second rule is that you have to follow their Instagram account, Clever Fox Planner, which I will put the link in the description for so you can follow. The third rule is you have to be subscribed to my YouTube channel, so make sure you hit that subscription button. The fourth rule is you also have to follow my Instagram, which is @_myfictionalworld. I'll put a link in the description so you can follow that down and below. The fifth rule is that you have to comment down below, what are you going to use this journal for? I'm going to be selecting a winner 3 days after this video is posted, so I'll put right here over my face what day the winner is going to be chosen, and the winner is going to be chosen at random from the comments, and I'm going to be checking to make sure you're actually following my Instagram and Clever Fox's Instagram. And yeah, it's exciting, and if you are the winner, you get to select which color you want and all that fun stuff. Mine is the rose gold version, and I'm going to be showing you what is inside of this planner so you can decide if it's something you want or not. I decided to make a reading journal video because I've gotten a lot of questions over the last couple of months being like, what do you actually write inside of your reading journals? Like, these reading journals not only have my reading notes in them, but they also track like my TBRs and my wrap-ups and my habit trackers and all that fun stuff. So I just thought, why not make a video talking about all of my reading journals and stuff. The first one I'm going to be showing you is the Clever Fox Planner, which is more of like my life, like daily planner to like plan my shit out, like my job and my life and everything. So, and because this one is the one that I'm going to be doing a giveaway of, so I definitely want to show you what this journal is all about so you can enter in for your own copy. And then I'm going to be showing you what's in my actual like reading journals that I use for reading. I will say that I am a very minimalist journal person. Like I don't really have a lot of like creativity, and like I can't like draw for the life of me, so my journals are very, very minimalist. Like they're basically all just list and writing, and they just help me keep track of what I'm reading and what I want to read, and like my thoughts on the books that I'm currently reading and all that stuff, you know. So like I don't expect to see like something beautiful and artsy, because shit's not gonna happen. But my journals are just very practical, okay? They just help me out a lot, and they're not the most artsy things you've ever seen in your life. Let's just jump right into it. But yeah, so I wanted to go over this one I have is the rose gold Clever Fox Planner. I can leave the link below to the one that I have so you can see it. But this one, I really love the fact that this has a pen holder on the side of it, which makes it super easy to use. Alright, so you open the first page of this one, and right in the beginning they have this section where you can do what you're grateful for, skills to learn, and then what I'm passionate about and my affirmations they can fill out for your daily rituals on the first page. And then they have this spot for a vision board, which I think is really cool. I haven't filled out mine yet because I'm not like a super artsy person, and I haven't really had the time to come up with ideas for this yet, but I am planning on filling this out eventually. But I think this is really cool, especially if you're like an artsier person, to be able to fill this out. And then the next page we have is my goals for the year. So they break it down into different sections like health, business, friends and family, significant others or romance, finance, personal development, fun and recreation, and spiritual. And I haven't filled out most of this yet. And then the next one is your focus and your goals for the year. So I wrote down my top 5 goals for the year, and then your mind map is like supposed to be like the artsy thing from these, I think. So like this is like where you can map it out, draw it out, do whatever to figure out how you're going to achieve those goals this year. And then the next thing is all calendars. So this one has 12 calendars that you can use in this, which I really like. And they're all blank, so you can fill it out. Like, you can start using it at whatever point in the year. It doesn't have to be the beginning of the year. But I started mine for January. And then you fill in the dates for the month, which I really like on this. And then I really like this fact that you can just like fill in your work schedule. And this is like a cute like schedule at a glance, you know, to see like what you got going on that month. And I like to do things in different colors. So like I have my work schedule in red, and then I have like fun things in blue and purple, just so it kind of like pops out on the page. And I even like to like highlight the boxes in the month that I know I have a lot going on. I also really like that in this planner they have like your monthly goals on the bottom that you can fill out, and then at the end of the month you can fill out your wins that month and then how you'll improve next month. I really like this layout, and this is my current month right now. And I like the fact that there also is like a section over here for like habits to adopt, skills to learn, things to avoid, places to go, and people to see, if you want to fill that section out on the side too. The next part of this journal is like some weekly setups for you, so I'll flip to my weeks that I just recently filled out. So this is like your Monday through Sunday schedule on this side, which I really like having like a few lines because I mainly only use this for like planning stuff. So like I'll put my work schedule, like gym whenever I go, and then like different events that are important to me that are happening throughout the week. And then I really like having this page have this week's main goal, and you can put in your goal here and then like track like reward if achieved. And then they have this week's priorities. You can write in any notes that you have for the week in a little like bullet journal kind of thing. And then they also have personal to-do list for the week, and then habits and skills that you want to track throughout the week. So you can do Monday through Sunday and like put every day that you did that. And then this week's wins, and then how I'll improve next week. So they have like a weekly thing of this too, kind of like they do on the monthly, but I kind of like having this weekly as well. And then yeah, so this is an easy way for you to track each week, and these ones do come blank too, so you can definitely like fill this out like however you want to. Really nice about this one too is that at the back of it there is like a ton of blank bullet journal pages, and you get a good amount of them. Like I would say you probably get at least like 40 bullet journal pages here at the end, which is like really nice. Like you can use them for whatever you want to. That's why I really do like this Clever Fox planner. I think it's really great for like planning your day-to-day stuff, like not necessarily for like reading stuff, but just like planning your life schedule, planning your work schedule. Next journal I wanted to show you, this one is more of like my reading journal. This was mainly my journal from last year, and then I got a new one for this year, but I'm still kind of also using this one just for book reviews now. The first page that I have is like an overview of the whole year. So this is like all the books I read in 2018, and I really liked doing this style of like numbering the books I read and then writing title and author and then ratings. And then I broke up the months. I divided the colors by which month, so like all the red is January, yellow is February, and like so forth for the whole year. So I really liked how that looked, and I went on to the back too. But I really love this layout, and I continued this in 2019 because it just works really well for me. And then I also track my TBRs in this, so at the beginning of the month I just write down like all the books that I want to read, and then I fill them in as I've read them. So this is kind of what a page of like my book notes would look like when I take notes on a book. This is when I reread You by Caroline Kepnes, and I wanted to take really good notes because I wanted to compare the book to the TV show. So I actually have about 3 pages of notes in here, and I really love taking notes on books this way. Here's another look at my notes from the book of Essie. I just love writing down like what's happening in the book so I don't forget, like because a lot of times like I'll be reading books on different days of the week, and it's really hard for me to remember what's going on in the book if I don't like write it down somewhere. So I really love having this. And then after I write down my rating, I usually write down my general thoughts and like how I felt about it, so I know when I go to write my review, like I can just instantly look back and see what I was thinking. I also like to keep track of my wrap-ups in here, so this is pretty much all the information that you see from my wrap-up videos at the end of the month, but I like to have it tracked and written down before I film that. And then in October I started tracking the amount of pages that I was reading every single day, which was really fun to be able to see. Here are more book notes. I also started to make a page for like upcoming video ideas because it was getting kind of like overwhelming to try and keep track of all the different videos that I was doing and like wanted to do. So I just started to make a page for upcoming video ideas and using it for that. And then here are some notes for another YouTube video that I did, Forbidden Romance recommendations. And these are more. This is another video I did. If you like this book, you will also like this book. And I just started keeping a list. More book notes. More book notes. And then October wrap up and November TBR. So in the month of November, I finally started to do an upcoming videos section for each month because I found it a lot easier for me to like lay out all the videos I wanted to do that month this way. And I kept up with the page tracker this month, and I used different highlighters for every month, which was also really nice because it just makes it look so aesthetically pleasing. November wrap up and December TBR. And then for December, I used an entire page for upcoming videos because I had so many videos I was doing at the end of the year. I also started to keep a book haul tracker in December because it was getting kind of hard to keep track of which publishers sent me which book. So I found this super helpful to just lay out like which publishers sent which books, and it helped me keep track of which books I received in that month. Alright, and then this page started my list for the end of the year, so I just kept track of like my worst books of the year, my most disappointing books of the year, most surprising books of the year, and the best TV shows of 2018. And then on the next page, I did a whole page for the best books of the year and best movies of the year. And then I have a lot of end of the year stuff in here. So this is my 2018 stats. So when people were asking like, how do I keep track of all this? I mainly use Goodreads to keep track of all of this. In this top area, I broke it down by like how many books I read per month. So this is like every month you can see how many books I read. And then the kinds of books like physical, ebooks, audiobooks, ratings, male versus female authors, like age group of the books, and then what year they were published. And just all that kind of information for the end of the year video that I did, like new authors I read before, different genres that I read, and all of their totals, so I can keep track of all of this. But yeah, I do really love how this page turned out. I think it looks very beautiful. And also the next page was my 2018 end of year reading survey. This is another video I did at the end of the year last year, and I just really love the way I highlighted the questions. It just really makes it all pop, I think. And yeah, and then I wrote down some of my 2019 goals and TBR. Like these are all books that I wanted to get to in 2019, and then these are all the books that I ended up putting in my reread jar that I do every month. And we've got January. So yeah, in January I started this habit tracker, which has been super, super fun and useful to me. I like to do a couple different things. Like, I decided on these 6 things for this month, but I've been kind of like changing them up every month. But this is like every day that I read, this is every day that I uploaded to YouTube, and then this is anytime I went out to eat, any days that I watched a movie, went to work, or drank lots of water. Clearly I was slacking here. But yeah, and then I also have an upcoming video section on this one, and a book haul tracker, because the book haul tracker has definitely come in handy for me. Alright, and there was my January wrap up, and here's the February TBR. And again, I stuck with the habit tracker like this because I really love how it looks with the highlighted colors, and it just works really well for me. Like, it's just really easy to highlight it at the end of the day and keep up with it as much as I can. And pages read in February, I chose pink because of Valentine's Day. And then my February book haul tracker took up a whole page, and it was a shit ton of books because I got so many books in February. And then I also kept track of a list of historical fiction recommendations after people recommended me a ton of books after I read The Nightingale. And then I also tracked my Contemporary-thon TBR, like all the challenges and all the books I wanted to read for that. And then I also, this is from when I tracked my reading after 10. I attempted to read every day after 10 p.m. and so I just kind of tracked like what time I was able to read every day and how many pages I read and which books I was reading and all that, which was fun. More reviews, and I think the rest of this book is all reviews because I've lately only been using this book to write reviews now. Yeah, and there is my most recent reads. But yeah, so this book was mainly my 2018 reading journal. And so now I can show you my new 2019 one. Alright, so the very first page when I opened this new one, I tracked all the videos that I did in 2018 because I thought it would be a really fun way for me to see how many videos I was uploading in 2018 on the average month, and I wrote down like what the videos actually were, so in case I ever like run out of video ideas, I can try to like redo old videos that I've done in a better way, or just like come up with ideas based off of these and find inspiration. And so I really like the layout that I had of this with the rainbow theme for all the different months, and so I kept that theme for 2019, and I'm still tracking The next page is a track of my YouTube subscriptions and my Instagram followers. I went back and saw which dates I was able to hit a certain amount of subscribers. Instagram followers, back in 2015, that's when I first hit 10,000 followers, and I kept all this information in a different journal, so I just basically copied it into this one so I can keep track of these. Right, so the next page after that is an all the books I read in 2019 page, because I really loved how well this layout worked for me in 2018, so I'm continuing with the same layout this year, and I left some space on the back because I'll probably be able to fill it all out. And then this one here is tracking my 2019 goals. So this year I set goals for myself that I want to do at least one reread every month and read at least one of my book of the month books every month. So this is just me keeping track of those goals. So hopefully by the end of the year all of this should be filled out, but I've just been keeping track of which books I've reread in the month and which book of the month books I've read, and it's super fun. So the next page is just an overview of the year. I don't really have a use for this page. I just love having a 2019 at a glance page. This side over here I'm using to keep track of like big events that go on during the month. So whether that's like readathons or like my personal life things that are going on, I just love having a place where I can look back at the end of the year to see all the like big fun things that I did during the year. Yeah, and then I have the back side for the rest of the year. And then this is my 2019 TBR. Like this is my long-term TBR, so like if at any point during this year I'm kind of like not knowing what to pick up next, I want to have a page that I can look back on and be like, these are the books I really want to get to at some point in 2019, so I can pick from this TBR at any time, because these are all books that I really do want to get to eventually, and they're really important that I read, so really do want to get to all of these this year. And then the next page is for some booktube video ideas, because I always like having a brainstorm page, because sometimes I'll just be like so lost and I'll be like, what should I upload next? Like I just don't know sometimes, so I like having a page that I can be like, oh, like yeah, I really like this idea, and make it happen. And then I do also have a list of movies and TV shows that I really want to watch. So these are some movies. I've already seen some of these, like I started this at the beginning of the year, and then TV shows that I want to watch as well. I just find it easier to track it physically like this. And then the next page is my March TBR, because I did start using this one in March. As you can see from my last one, I did have January and February's in this old journal. So I started using this one in March, and I love starting with the yellow, and I drew some little stars in here, and I just loved tracking my pages like this in March. I just think it looks so nice. And then again, I kept the same habit tracker that I've been doing. Also kept a section down here for upcoming videos in March that I wanted to do, and a March book haul tracker. And then I've also started keeping track of what I've watched for my next what I've watched video, because like it's really hard sometimes for me to keep track of those things. So these are all movies and TV that I've recently watched that I'm going to be talking about in my next what I've watched video. And then my March wrap up, which I wanted to go with the same blue and purple theme on this whole page. And then next up we have my April. So I haven't been filling this out yet, so I'm gonna have to get to that, but this is all my April TBR. These are all the pages that I've read in April, which hasn't been filled out yet. And then same goes for my April habit tracker and my April book haul trackers. So these are all the things. Yeah, and then I'm probably gonna do some kind of like upcoming videos section down here as well when I get more time to do so. I also wanted to show you, in case anybody was curious, like these are the pastel highlighters that I use in both of those reading journals. Like these are the ones that I use on my habit tracker pages. Like these are the ones that I'm using when I'm like highlighting on all of these and using them for like my habit trackers and everything. And these are my favorite pastel highlighters, and they're so great, and I got them off of Amazon, and they're really great because they don't bleed through onto the next page, like, and they're just really high quality and just awesome, and I love them. I use them in my books as well. Like they're really nice to use on like actual books too, but they're also really great for like bullet journaling and everything. So I will put the link in the description if you want to see these, but I highly recommend these. I've purchased 2 sets of them, so I have 2 different sets because my yellow ran out on one of my sets. So I do have 2 sets of them, and they're just the best highlighters ever. Like I've always looked for good pastel highlighters, and these ones are fantastic. So I highly recommend these. Those were my bullet journals and planners. Again, if you'd like to enter into a giveaway to win your own Clever Fox planner, then just make sure you follow all the giveaway rules, which will be posted down below, and make sure you comment, because that is how you are going to be entered, and the winner is going to be chosen at random on this date again over my face, sorry. And yeah, I'm really excited. I think whoever wins this journal is just gonna have a really great time with it because it's definitely helped me with planning out all of my stuff, and I feel like this is a small enough-ish journal that it could fit in your purse if you have a big enough purse, which mine is like barely big enough. It barely just slides in there. So thank you guys so much for watching as always. I'm sorry my journals aren't the most like beautiful things in the world, but they're definitely practical and they help me keep track of all of the things. So yeah, so let me know what your thoughts are and what you use your bullet journals for, and if you have like any like list ideas that you think could be useful for me or like just in general. That is all I have for you, so make sure you enter the giveaway and I will be selecting a winner soon. And thank you guys so much for watching as always, and I will see you guys next time with a new video. Bye.